Hello. In the last segment in the chapter Ray Franz entitles Aftermath, we noted, although Ray doesn't use the word, he's come to the conclusion by 1980, in the summer of 1980, that Jehovah's Witnesses are treating the organization as an idol. Now, more about this mischievous, some would say malicious or even malevolent concept of God's organization. As I stated, I doubt that most of these men, that is, the men in the governing body and their assistants, think about these facts. So for them, the organization remains something rather undefined, abstract, a concept rather than a concrete entity. Perhaps because of such an illusory view of the organization, a man can be a member of such a body that has virtually unrestricted power and authority, and yet not feel a keen sense of personal responsibility for what the body does, for whatever hurt or whatever misleading information and consequent misdirection results. Quote, "It was the organization that did it, not us," seems to be the thinking. And believing that the organization is God's chosen instrument, the responsibility is passed on to God. It was His will, even if later the particular decision or the particular authoritative teaching is found wrong and changed. People may have been disfellowshipped or otherwise hurt by the wrong decisions, but the individual member of the governing body feels absolved of personal responsibility. Any mess that has been made, God will do the cleaning up of it for the organization. I express the above points not as a means of condemnation, but as a means of explanation, an attempt to understand why certain men that I consider to be honest, basically kind individuals, could be party to what I feel that they, in their own hearts, would normally have rejected. I think the concept earlier described is tragically wrong, as pernicious as it is tragic. I believe the drastic actions taken toward those persons accused of apostasy were, in almost all cases, not only unjustified, but repugnant, unworthy, not only of Christianity, but of any free society of men. Yet this effort at comprehension enables me to be free from brooding or harboring bitterness toward the persons involved, either individually or collectively. Bitterness is both self-defeating and destructive. And I think that's a word we need to hear today, because too many of us hang on to that. And so Ray's not here to speak, so let's hear his words again. I think that harboring bitterness towards the persons involved, either individually or collectively, is self-defeating and destructive. I do not know any person among those men that I would not be willing to express hospitality to in my home, with no questions asked, no issue or apology raised. Neither I nor any of my personal friends had any thought of cutting them or any other persons off from association because of a difference in understanding. The cutting off was not our thought, not our action. When I met with the governing body, the meeting was taped, and I had been promised a copy of the tape. What happened to this? I believe what occurred is illustrative of points that have just been made. About 3 weeks after returning to Alabama, I had occasion to write the governing body and took the opportunity to ask about my copy of the tape. I received a reply dated June 26, 1980. Here's the official reply. Dear Brother Franz, your letter of June 14th has been received. We checked with the shipping department, and they inform us that your furniture has been crated and it was shipped out from Brooklyn on Tuesday, June the 24th. So you should be receiving it soon. As for the tape about which you write, this letter is being given attention, and it will be sent to you. This matter is being given attention, and it will be sent to you just as quickly as a copy can be made and shipped on to you. We will look forward to receiving the 2 procedure books that you will be sending to us. Your letter also enclosed the convention talk material you mentioned returning to us. May Jehovah's blessing be with you, and we send Christian love. Your brothers, the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of Pennsylvania. for the Chairman's Committee. Will Ray Franz see this tape? What will we predict?